The concept of time feels natural. We're born into it. We grow up measuring it. Seconds turn to minutes, minutes into hours, days, years, lifetime. But if you ask a physicist, a cosmologist, or anyone brave enough to peer beyond the surface of reality, they'll tell you something shocking. Time, isn't real. At least not in the way you think it is. It doesn't flow like a river. It doesn't tick forward like some cosmic metronome. Clocks on a mountain tick faster than clocks at sea level. Even right now, your head is aging slightly faster than your feet because it is farther from the Earth's gravitational pull. You are literally experiencing multiple rates of time inside your own body. At this very moment. In fact, some of the brightest minds in the world argue that time might be nothing more than a stubborn illusion created by the limits of our own brains. Some physicists propose that the past, present, and future all exist simultaneously. This concept is called block universe theory. Imagine the universe as a giant loaf of bread. Each slice represents a moment in time. Particles seem to decide how they behaved in the past based on how they are measured in the present. But ask yourself, is that truly the nature of reality, or just the limitations of how your consciousness processes it? It's as if reality doesn't fully form until someone observes it. Scientists predict that trillions of years from now, the universe will reach a state called no heat, no life, nothing but a cold, dark void. And when that happens, time itself may cease to exist, because without change, without movement, without events, for the astronaut moving at high speeds, only a few years pass. Theoretical physicist Carlo Rovelli, one of the leading minds in quantum gravity, suggests that at the quantum level, time completely disappears from the equations. In his words, physics is not about how things evolve in time. It's about how things are related to each other. But back on Earth, decades could fly by. When the traveler returns, their child may be older than them. This isn't hypothetical. Yet, in the waking world, only a few minutes have passed. What does that say about how your brain constructs time? If your own mind can bend and warp time inside your head, might all be happening at once, forever etched into the fabric of space. You are not moving through time. You are a part of time, an eternal structure, existing within a timeless cosmos. What makes you so sure that time outside your head is any less malleable, that everything you believe about time, is wrong? Are you simply walking through a script that's already written, slice by slice in the cosmic loaf of existence? And join us as we peel back the layers of the universe one mystery at a time. The laws of physics themselves do not require time as a variable in the way we experience it. The clocks, the calendars, the countdowns, they are useful illusions, tools to help us navigate our brief existence. But beyond the ticking hands of the clock lies a universe where time doesn't flow. It simply is. Some even suggest that time is an emergent property, something that arises only when certain conditions are met, like temperature or pressure. If the universe had formed differently, with different laws or different structures, our concept of a second could be something entirely different or not exist at all. Or is consciousness the strange phenomenon that creates the illusion of choices within a timeless universe? It's been proven with particle accelerators and precise atomic clocks. What is time? It's nothing. It simply stops. Until then, it exists in a state of probabilities, ghostly, undefined, timeless. To you, it feels like you're moving slice by slice, moment by moment. But in reality, all the slices already exist. The future is as real as the past. Your birth, your death, they both exist in the loaf. Whether you're aware of them or not, was it ever real to begin with? Or was it simply a framework created by conscious minds trying to make sense of a chaotic universe? Some stars are so far away that their light has taken millions of years to reach you. Two events that appear simultaneous to one person may occur at completely different times, for another moving at a different speed or in a different gravitational field. This means the idea of a single, Shared now doesn't exist. You're now ISNT, the same as someone else now, on a distant planet or even on the other side of the galaxy. You are literally looking into the past every time you gaze at the night sky. So where is the present? Where is the now? Let's start with something unsettling. Imagine standing perfectly still. You're not moving an inch. Equations in physics don't require a now. They don't distinguish between past and future. Your brain constructs a sense of continuity, a story. Without memory, you wouldn't experience time at all. To you, the present would be the only thing that ever existed. The universe doesn't care about the present. That's a human invention. From the perspective of physics, the idea of time flowing is completely absent. The equations work just as well forwards as backwards. Yet, the earth beneath you is spinning at over 1,000 miles per hour. He believed that time was like an invisible, constant river, flowing forward, whether anyone was watching or not. Entropy is the tendency of the universe to move from order to disorder. Scientists have created experiments that mess with the direction of time. In the quantum world, the world of the very small time behaves very differently. Some experiments show that actions performed in the present can influence outcomes in the past. Yes, you heard that right. It's called quantum retrocausality, and it suggests that cause and effect might not be as straightforward as we once believed. It's why ice melts, why buildings crumble, why you age. Entropy gives us the arrow of time. It's the only reason we perceive time as moving forward. Without entropy, there would be no difference between past and future. This idea shaped the world for centuries. It made sense. Clocks ticked. Days passed. It was simple, until Albert Einstein arrived and shattered that simplicity forever. The planet itself is orbiting the sun at 67,000 miles per hour. Our entire solar system is hurtling around the galaxy at a staggering 514,000 miles per hour, and the galaxy itself is moving through the universe at even greater speeds. But you feel motionless. Still, that's how reliable your senses are. Now, think about this: if your senses can even detect the fact that you're re-flying through the cosmos at unimaginable speeds, why would you trust them to accurately perceive something as abstract as time? In the late 1600s, Isaac Newton gave us the first major idea of time: absolute time. Einstein's theory of relativity destroyed the notion of absolute time. According to Einstein, time is not a universal constant. It is relative, dependent on speed and gravity. Time literally slows down the faster you move. If you were to travel near the speed of light, a few hours for you could mean years or even centuries for someone back on Earth. This isn't science fiction. This is real. It's been proven over and over, with atomic clocks placed on fast-moving planes, ticking slower than their identical counterparts on the ground. And it gets weirder. Gravity affects time. The stronger the gravitational field, the slower time moves. But here's the part that flips reality completely upside down. This isn't just a wild theory either. Mathematics backs it. Let's go even deeper. Consider this. The only reason you think time flows forward is because of memory. You remember the past, but not the future. But even memory itself is a trick of entropy. Here's where your mind really starts to bend. The infamous delayed choice quantum eraser experiment proves this in a terrifying way. And yet, your life feels linear. You were born, you grow, you age, you die. The most terrifying realization comes when we consider the end of the universe itself. This leads to a haunting question: if time can end. Consider this. When you look up at the stars, you're not seeing them as they are. You're seeing them as they were. Even more bizarre is the concept of Einstein proved that simultaneity is relative. Imagine two astronauts. One is traveling near the speed of light. The other stays on Earth. And yet, it gets darker still. Some physicists propose that time itself may not exist at the most fundamental level of reality. If time isn't real, then what does that say about free will? If the future already exists, are your choices already made? Even the measurement of time is artificial. The second was defined based on the rotation of the Earth, then later, by the oscillations of cesium atoms. But these are arbitrary. Now think about dreams. In a single dream, you can experience what feels like hours, days, even weeks. The more scientists study time, the more it behaves like a construct of the mind rather than a fundamental component of the universe. So where does this leave us? It leaves us with one undeniable truth: time, as you know it, is wrong. Your birth, your death, every moment you've ever lived. And if that doesn't send chills down your spine, then you haven't truly understood the terrifying, beautiful truth. If this just shattered your perception of reality, make sure to hit like, subscribe to Beyond Stars.